I all of a sudden woke up in a strange but familiar looking ship. I was wondering what the heck was going on. Where am I? So I decided to have a look around, but then I noticed my hand was purple, and I was confused, thinking it was just some suit. So I decided to take a look in the mirror, but what I saw completely shocked me. Somehow I look exactly like Kula. At that moment, Zobe came in and said, Monsieur Kula, are you all right? And when I saw him, I was completely shocked seeing him, but I knew I had to keep my composure so he wouldn't get suspicious. I said, yes, fine. Just not feeling like myself, Sobe. Of course, he would be suspicious, but of course, him being very loyal to Kula, he would oblige. And I said, oh, it was good to hear, my lord. And I would just tell him, Sobe, inform the other crewmen that I want a status report of everything that's going on right now. And he said, at once, my lord. After he left, I was just, okay, this is either a really convincing dream or I'm actually here. So I decided, the old trick of testing if you're asleep, the old pinching technique. And no, I think it was some kind of dial. And since I saw none of them worked, it's like, hey, yep, nope, not a dream, not a dream. I would just be confused of what the heck was going on. But I know I have to get to the ship deck so no one would be suspicious. So I would just head there. Of course, one of my, underlings, or coolers, to be more precise, would hand me a data pad, informing me of everything that was going on. That Frieza, of course, was still ruling Planet Vegeta, but recently he sent a message stating for all Saiyans to return to Planet Vegeta in 6 months. Once I heard that, then I knew when I was. Okay, this is good to know when I am. I thought in my head, and I was decide, I could hit the Yardrat. That way I can gain better control of this body. But I will decide against that right now, since I knew Broly and Paragus are right now on planet Vampa. And well, let's just say it might be best to get them out of there as quickly as possible. So I will order my troops to set course to planet Vampa. Well, of course, they would ask, why would we be going to that barren planet? I'll just say, let's just say I heard some rumor about some Saiyan being sent there and never left, so I want to see if it's true. Of course, they would want to question further. I was like, do I need to discipline you? And of course, this would get them to be quiet and do as I told. Once we arrived on planet Vampa, I'll have a look around. Since I was not used to this body and couldn't sense ki, I would have my troops go out with some scouters, telling them to look for a power level around 10,000. And that's what they do. Eventually, they would be able to find Paragus and Broly and send Hornet to the others so we can catch up. Once I arrive, of course, Paragus would be terrified to see Frieza's older brother Cooler here. And that's to tell him, relax. I am not here to harm you or your son. I'm actually here to get you off this planet. But he asks why. Of course, he's happy, but he wanted to know why. I was just say, let's just say I heard some rumors from your people that apparently your son Broly was born with a power level of 10,000. And of course, with the king not being too happy that your son was stronger than his, he's had him exiled, which I will admit, that is just really messed up. Seriously, how the hell is he the king of that planet if he's willing to do this to his own people? So tell Pelgus this. I'll be more than happy to get both you and your son off this planet, but in return, you must agree to only hold your grudge against King Vegeta, not his sons, just him alone. After all, he is responsible for what happened to you and your son. True, he did do it because of his son, Prince Vegeta, but then the king made that choice himself, not his prince or anyone, just the king. Paragus would be skeptical, but he would accept my terms, so we'll be able to get both him and Broly off the planet. Of course, Broly, he wouldn't be too happy not being able to see Bar again, and I tell him, cheer up, kid. After we have done some business elsewhere, I'll make sure you'll be able to visit him every once in a while. which would make him happy. Of course, I would quickly look over to Paragus, seeing how annoyed he was about that damn beast, and I'll tell him, hey, lack off, dude. That kid had no friend, but nothing but beasts trying to kill him and you for all these times. So it'd be nice to have some friends. And if you're just gonna treat your son as more of a weapon and not an actual child, then how are you any different from King Vegeta? Pelgus would be annoyed by that, but he would see what I'm saying. Once we got off planet, I would decide to set course to planet Yardrat. And of course, while we were traveling there, I would tell Pelgus I know about Broly's incredible power. And tell him that, well, if we don't get that under control, he could become not only a threat to us, but to himself as well. So I told him I know that Yardranians, they are very good at helping one become more attuned with their body. It's basically, it'll be able to help Broly have better control over his powers and abilities. And once we arrive there, of course I would tell Sobai and the others to stay behind and guard the ship in case some of the Yardranians try anything funny. But no killing, got it? And they would obey. Once that, I would head to some Yardranians. They would be quite terrified seeing a member of Frieza's race here, but I was like, relax, I'm not here for any trouble or to harm any of your people. I just merely wish to speak with your leader, Paibara. They would be skeptical, of course, but sensing no evil in me, they would agree. Of course, they would still keep their guard up. Once I got to Paibara, I would tell him who I was and what was going on. And tell him, if you don't believe my words, you can read my mind if you want, which he did, and he would be shocked at what he saw. All these events going to happen. And of course, that him and his people weren't real. And I said, yeah, sorry, maybe I should have told you not to read that part. But basically, I'm not Cooler. I don't know how or why I was in his body, but that doesn't matter right now. Right now, I want to help you and your people, and all the other people in the universe. But I can't do that if I don't have good control over this body. So Paibao would agree to help teach me and Broly in spirit control. I would tell Paibao about Broly's overpowering power, that if it's not under check, he could become a threat to not only everyone else, but to himself as well. So Paibao would help Broly gain better control. Of course, it's quite powerful, and though I'm sure Paibao could help him, but it would probably take some time. But we were mainly focused right now on him being able to control his Akari power. And after a few months of training, I was able to get more used to my body, but not complete control. And though I would have my scouts report that Frieza was heading to Planet Vegeta, getting ready to blow it up, which I knew he was, but I knew I had to hurry. Deciding may not be strong enough to beat Frieza, but I can at very least make sure some Saiyans can escape. And I'll just use instant transmission to get to Planet Vegeta. Any other side of Guinea's house, and she would be shot. Of course, Barter would be ready to fight. But of course, I was like, relax. I'm not here to harm you or your family. And yes, this is at the point where Frieza was about to fire a death ball. So Bardock would be prepared to head off and fight him. I'll tell Bardock, listen, that form you know my brother is in, his first form, that's not his true power. And I'll tell, in that form, he actually has a power level of over 500,000. So you really think you're a match for him? You need to get you and your wife off this planet. I'll be more than happy to help you with that. Because Bardock wouldn't listen and fly off. And I would just sigh. Some Saiyans are really fake-headed. I would just quickly transport Guinea off the planet real quick and go after Bardock. Because seeing him fighting off Frieza soldiers, then an idea popped into my head. Of course, that could work. So I would regress into, well, Cooler's most weakened state. So Frieza would think he was winning. And I would just show up, helping Bardock take care of some Frieza soldiers. Frieza, he'll be shocked to see this. Brother, what are you doing? What does it look like, Frieza? I'm here to stop your evil. As he laughed. Oh, you really are truly our fool, brother. He will fire a death ball right at the planet, or as we saw in Supernova. And of course, Bardock would realize he couldn't win. But of course, I would grab him by the arm and tell him to hang on tight. I would wait for the death ball to get really close so to make it look like we both died. Then instant transmission out of there. Frieza would just believe that I died. Oh boy, would he be wrong. But I'll leave that for next time, so hope you enjoy.